Hi to everyone, welcome to NSS channel. My name is Naresh, chemistry lecturer. Today I would like to discuss basicity of oxide acids of phosphorus. Basicity of oxide acids of phosphorus. So what is meant by basicity? What is meant by basicity? Already you know that the number of hydrogen atoms replaceable by a base in a particular acid is called basicity. The number of hydrogen atoms replaceable by a base in a particular acid is called basicity. Okay, now coming to metaphosphorus acid. The formula is SpO2 and the structure is like this POOH. It contains one PO and one POH group. It contains one PO group and one POH group. Every acid it contains at least one PO group and one POH group. So now coming to metaphosphorus acid, the formula is SpO2. It contains one PO group and one POH group, and the hydrogen atom in POH group. The hydrogen atom in POH group is responsible for acidic nature. So because in OH bond, oxygen has more electronegativity and hydrogen has less electronegativity. So that's why this OH bond can dissociate into O minus and H plus ion. O minus and H plus ion, and so this H plus ion is caused for acidic nature. This H plus ion is caused for acidic nature. So that's why this hydrogen atom is also called acidic hydrogen. Acidic hydrogen, it is ionizable, and this acidic hydrogen can replace with a base. That's why it is also called monobasic acid. Monobasic acid. Now coming to metaphosphoric acid. Metaphosphoric acid, the formula is HPO3 and the structure is like this. It contains two PO groups and one POH group. One POH group, and due to presence of one POH group, it contains one acidic hydrogen. One acidic hydrogen. It is ionizable and it can replace with a base. That's why it is also called monobasic acid. Monobasic acid. The base it is one. Monobasic acid. Now coming to orthophosphorus acid. The formula is S3PO3 and the structure is like this, and it contains one PO group and two POH groups and one pH group. Due to presence of two POH groups, it contains two acidic hydrogens. These are ionizable, and these two hydrogens can replace with a base. That's why it is also called dibasic acid. And the hydrogen atom present in pH bond is not ionizable. That's why it is not called an acidic hydrogen. It is not called acidic hydrogen. And due to presence of pH bond, it causes reducing nature. So due to presence of pH bond, orthophosphorus acid has reducing nature. Now coming to orthophosphoric acid, the formula is S3PO4 and the structure is like this. It contains one PO group and three POH groups. One PO group and three POH groups. Due to presence of three POH groups, it contains three acidic hydrogens. These three are ionizable and replaceable with a base. These three hydrogen atoms can replace with a base. That's why it is called a tribasic acid. It is a tribasic acid. And in sometimes ask question, so what is the basicity of orthophosphoric acid? So it has three replaceable hydrogen atoms are there. That's why it is a tribasic acid. So the basicity is 3. Now coming to hypophosphorus acid, the formula is S3PO2 and it contains, the structure is like this. It contains one PO group and one POH group and two pH groups. So due to presence of one POH group, it contains only one acidic hydrogen and it is ionizable and it can replace with a base. That's why it is called monobasic acid. And due to presence of two pH bonds, it has more reducing nature. Hypophosphorus acid has more reducing nature compared to orthophosphorus acid. It contains only one pH bond, but it contains two pH bonds. That's why it has more reducing nature. Now coming to hypophosphoric acid. And the formula is H4P2O6 and the structure is like this. It contains two PO groups and four POH groups. Due to presence of four POH groups, It contains 4 acidic hydrogens. These are ionizable and these 4 hydrogen atoms can replace with a base. Thus it is a tetrabasic acid. Tetrabasic acid. Tetrabasic acid. Now coming to pyrophosphorus acid, the formula is H4P2O5. So the structure is like this. It contains two PO groups and two POH groups and two pH groups and one POP bond. And due to presence of two POH groups, it can contains two acidic hydrogens. These two hydrogens can replace with a base. That's why it is a dibasic acid. Dibasic acid. So in examination they can ask like that: in pyrophosphoric acid, how many POP bonds are there, how many PO groups are there, how many POH groups are there, how many pH groups are there, like that you can ask like that. Now coming to pyrophosphoric acid, the formula is H4P2O7. The structure is like this, and it contains two PO groups and four POH groups and one POP bond. So due to presence of four POH groups, it contains four acidic hydrogens. These are ionizable and these can replace with these four hydrogen atoms can replace with a base. That's why it is called tetrabasic acid. Tetrabasic acid. Now coming to peroxyphosphoric acid. Peroxyphosphoric acid. Already you know that phosphoric acid, orthophosphoric acid also called phosphoric acid. Orthophosphorus acid also called phosphorus acid. So phosphoric acid formula is 3PO4. Here peroxyphosphoric acid. So when we add oxygen to phosphoric acid, when we are add one oxygen to phosphoric acid, we get peroxyphosphoric acid. The formula is S3PO5. It contains one peroxy bond. The structure is like this. It contains two POH groups. It contains two POH groups, one PO group and one POOH group, peroxy bond. It contains peroxy bond. This is a peroxy bond. Now it is also tribasic acid. Tribasic because it contains three OH groups. It contains three OH groups and three acidic hydrogens present. That's why these three hydrogen atoms can replace with a base. It is also tribasic acid. But it contains peroxy bond. So in examination you can ask like that. So in peroxyphosphoric acid, how many POH groups are present, how many PO groups are present, ask like that. Now coming to orthophosphorus acid. Orthophosphorus acid also called phosphonic acid. Orthophosphorus acid also called phosphonic acid. The another name of orthophosphorus acid is phosphonic acid. So you should remember one code, that is phosphonic acid. It contains a phone. So orthophosphorus acid we can consider OP. We are making a phone call to take OP. So that is we can remember like that. So orthophosphorus acid. Orthophosphorus also we call phosphonic acid. Another name is phosphonic acid. Okay, next hypophosphorus acid. Hypophosphorus acid in shortcut we can HP, and the another name of hypophosphorus acid is phosphinic acid. Phosphinic acid. Phosphine. HP phosphine. Remember that one code. HP phosphine. Hypophosphorus acid also called phosphinic acid. Orthophosphorus acid also called phosphonic acid. So in this way we can say that basicity of oxo acid. Thanks to all for watching my video.